Welcome to another exciting English lesson. Today, we're unraveling 3 more idiomatic expressions: to have a good shot, in good nick, and prick one's conscience. These idioms add depth and color to our language, so let's dive right in. Let's start with our first idiom, to have a good shot. This phrase means to have a reasonable or fair chance of succeeding in something, like a task, a competition, or a goal. Imagine you're trying to hit a target with a bow and arrow. If your aim is good, you have a good shot at hitting the bullseye. Here's a sentence using this idiom. Even though it's challenging, I think you have a good shot at passing the exam if you study hard. Now, let's move on to our next idiom. Our second idiom is in good nick. This expression is used to describe something that is in excellent condition or working perfectly. Think of it like this: if a car is well maintained and runs smoothly, it's in good nick. Here's a sentence using this idiom. Despite its age, my grandfather's watch is still in good nick. It keeps perfect time. Now, let's move on to our final idiom for today. Our third idiom is prick one's conscience. This means to cause someone to feel guilty or remorseful about something they've done. Imagine you did something wrong, and it keeps bothering you like a thorn pricking your skin. That's when your actions prick your conscience. Here's a sentence using this idiom. Stealing that candy from the store pricked my conscience, so I went back and paid for it. 3 idioms: to have a good shot, in good nick, and prick one's conscience. These idioms make your language richer and more expressive. Now, let's listen to a story and pay close attention to how these idioms are used.
The Chronicles of Captain Alden. In the heart of the 18th century, during the golden age of piracy, there sailed a notorious captain by the name of Alden. His ship, the Crimson Gull, was feared and respected across the high seas. Captain Alden was known for his audacity, wit, and his uncanny ability to have a good shot at escaping even the most perilous situations. Captain Alden's legend began in the bustling port town of Raven's Cove. He was a penniless orphan who grew up in the shadow of the pirate-infested harbor. Life was harsh, but Alden had a dream. He dreamed of the day he would command his own ship and sail the boundless oceans. One fateful night, the Crimson Gull was anchored in a hidden cove, well-stocked and in good nick. The moonlit sea sparkled like a sea of diamonds as Captain Alden stood on the deck, gazing at the vast horizon. It was then that his trusty quartermaster, a grizzled old seafarer named Morgan, approached him. "Captain, we've received word of a treasure fleet sailing from the Spanish Main," Morgan said, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "This could be our chance to strike it rich." Alden grinned, his eyes reflecting the burning ambition that had carried him from poverty to piracy. "Aye, Morgan, it's time to put our best foot forward and seize that treasure. Ready the crew. We sail at dawn." The next morning, as the sun kissed the sky, the Crimson Gull set sail, its black sails billowing in the wind. Captain Alden and his crew embarked on a treacherous journey, navigating treacherous waters and avoiding the pursuit of the Royal Navy. Yet, with each challenge they faced, they had a good shot at eluding capture. Weeks turned into months, and the chase for the treasure fleet took them to the far reaches of the Caribbean. Along the way, they encountered storms that threatened to sink their ship, rival pirates seeking the same prize, and the ever-present danger of mutiny. But Captain Alden's leadership and his ability to put his best foot forward in the face of adversity kept the crew's spirits high. One evening, as the crew enjoyed a rare moment of respite on a deserted island, Captain Alden took a solitary stroll along the beach. He couldn't shake the feeling that their relentless pursuit of wealth was beginning to prick his conscience. As Captain Alden walked along the moonlit beach, his thoughts were filled with the treasure that lay just beyond the horizon. He knew that obtaining it would be a life-altering achievement, but he also grappled with the moral dilemmas that came with a pirate's life. The following morning, Captain Alden assembled his loyal crew on the deck of the Crimson Gull. The excitement among the pirates was palpable as they prepared for the final leg of their journey. The treasure fleet was rumored to be just a day's sail away. Alden raised his voice, addressing his crew. "My fellow buccaneers, we stand on the precipice of destiny. We've faced countless trials, but our determination and unity have kept us going. Today, we have a good shot at claiming the riches that await us." The crew cheered, their spirits soaring as the Crimson Gull resumed its course toward the treasure fleet's last known location. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a fiery glow across the ocean, the lookout in the crow's nest spotted a glimmering sight on the horizon. It was the treasure fleet, a sight to behold with its gilded ships laden with precious cargo. Captain Alden's heart raced, but at that very moment, a nagging doubt pricked his conscience. He thought of the countless lives that had been disrupted and the misfortune his actions might bring upon others. He turned to Morgan, who had been his steadfast companion throughout their journey. "Morgan," he said, "I can't help but wonder if our pursuit of riches has blinded us to the consequences of our actions." Morgan, who had witnessed Alden's transformation from an impoverished orphan to a legendary pirate captain, nodded thoughtfully. "Aye, Captain, it's a heavy burden we carry. But remember, it's the choices we make that define us. We may be pirates, but we can also choose to be honorable." With those words echoing in his mind, Captain Alden made a fateful decision. He ordered the Crimson Gull to change course, sailing away from the treasure fleet. The crew, initially bewildered, trusted their captain's judgment and followed his lead. As the treasure fleet disappeared from sight, Captain Alden knew that he had made a choice that went against the pirate's code but was true to his own principles. It was a decision that would forever change the course of his life and the legacy he would leave behind. And so the Crimson Gull sailed on, no longer in pursuit of wealth, but in search of a different kind of treasure, the treasure of a life in good nick and a conscience unburdened by the pursuit of ill-gotten gains.